Hello, friends. There are so many examples in the Bible of Jesus being kind to the most unlikely people. One of those was a man named Levi, who was also called Matthew. Now, one day, Jesus stopped at a booth where Matthew worked. Matthew was a tax collector, and people really didn't like tax collectors back then because tax collectors didn't just collect the money that people owed to the enemy Roman government. They would also charge extra and then keep that extra money to pay themselves. So you can see why the tax collectors were not very popular with the people. But Jesus saw Matthew and had compassion on him. Just as he had done with the apostles Peter, James, and John, Jesus told Matthew, "Follow me." And listen to what happened. Matthew got up, left everything, and followed him. Matthew was so excited to follow Jesus that he threw a big party at his house, and he invited so many people, including more tax collectors and other people who were seen as outcasts. Everyone ate together with Jesus, but not everyone had a good time. There were some religious leaders at that gathering, and these religious leaders complained to Jesus' disciples, saying, "Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners?" Because, you see, the religious leaders thought they were better than those other people who were considered outcasts. Now listen to what Jesus said to them. "Healthy people don't need a doctor. Sick people do. I have not come to get those who think they are right with God to follow me. I have come to get sinners to turn away from their sins." Jesus made it clear. He wasn't concerned about what other people thought. He was kind to everyone, and he wanted everyone to be included, even people who others looked down on and made fun of. He intentionally chose to spend his time with people who saw how much they needed him, instead of those like the religious leaders who thought they were too good and too important to need help. So we should also include people like Jesus did. Just like Matthew and the other disciples, Jesus asks us to follow him too. We are all sinners in need of a Savior. Jesus' death on the cross fixes our relationship with God so we can have a relationship with God that will last forever.